Have you noticed that almost everyone seems tired, unmotivated, or completely lost lately? We're constantly connected, constantly consuming, constantly busy, yet somehow we feel emptier than ever. This generation isn't lazy, we're mentally overloaded. We are burnt out. We are constantly seeing all these routines of other people, like waking up at 5 a.m., starting side hustles, working their 9 to 5s, working out, getting 10K steps. And that's just resulting us in being so exhausted. And I am one of those people as well. Hustle culture makes people feel like rest equals failure, and that is burning us out. We have this pressure to constantly improve, evolve, and create. We are getting sucked into turning our hobbies into side hustles because that's kind of what we see. Anytime we're good at something, we feel like we can or we need to monetize it because that's what other people are doing. It's not always a bad thing to turn your hobbies into a side hustle, but sometimes we can feel pressured to do that just because it's something that other people are doing. And when your hobbies kind of turn into an income stream, it can start feeling like a job and not as enjoyable. But it's always fun to work on something that you're passionate about when there's no pressure. And I think that's kind of where we are getting caught up, is when we see other people turning their hobbies into their income stream. So we feel a little pressure to do something like that too. And we feel guilty for slowing down. But when we finally get a moment to breathe, we open our phones and start the scrolling. Constant stimulation is destroying our attention spans. Social media keeps people emotionally overwhelmed. There's new trends, opinions, aesthetics, self-improvement, and all these different kinds of advice all at once. And our brains are just not fully resting anymore. We are consuming thousands of people's lives, and sometimes we kind of neglect our own self-care. We live in an era where we are constantly seeing others' achievements and success, and while we are very happy for them, sometimes it can make us feel like we're not doing enough. We are constantly exposed to others' success, and that results in us feeling behind. But we are also comparing our real life to someone else's highlight reel, and they're showing us what they want to show us. But where we kind of start to struggle is when we start tying in our self-worth to achievements. And it just becomes so hard to hear our own voices when everyone's life just feels like it's constantly louder. Many of us have extremely busy routines, and we are kind of in survival mode, and our routines are so repetitive, and this is just causing people to become disconnected from their hobbies, creativity, and even community, because sometimes life just becomes consume, then work, then repeat, and it's just a cycle. And a lot of people aren't lazy, they're emotionally disconnected from their lives. I want to share some ways that you can reconnect with yourself. Spend some more time offline and work on creating more than you consume. So dive into something that taps into your creativity, like art or music. Romanticize the small moments. Romanticize that cup of coffee or the book that you're reading. Reconnect with your hobbies, whether those are sports or drawing or coloring. And stop trying to optimize every second. Just relax and know that it's okay to take a break and rest and build a life that feels good for you and not just something that everyone else is doing. Maybe feeling lost isn't a sign that you're failing. Maybe it's a sign that you've been disconnected from yourself for too long. If this resonated with you, you're definitely not alone. Comment what's been helping you reconnect with yourself lately. And just like that, we have come to the end of this video. If you would like to see more videos like these, hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.